Hey, it's Andrea, and today is Thursday, September 6th, 2018, and I'm in the kitchen emptying the dishwasher. I know, I got the light behind me. Maybe I should move this. The light's always going to be behind me because it's in the middle of the room. Oh, jeez. I am not a professional. Look, I let down my hair. I've been binge watching this show called Transparent. I guess it's on Amazon Prime. I don't know why I was going to say I thought it was originally on HBO, but it's not. So it's about, there's this whole family. There's two sisters and a brother, and they're adults, and their parents are divorced, and the one parent, the dad, comes out to the kids that he's that he feels he's a woman, so he starts dressing as a woman. But most of the show seems to revolve around these adult children that are all very weirdly selfish and can't keep in a relationship. I don't know. For some reason, I keep watching it because I like family stories. But the one episode that I found really interesting is, so in season 2, it's like episode 3, it's called something like Brand New World or Whole New World or something. And Jeffrey Tambor plays Mara, the father who is a woman now, wants to be a woman. And, hold on. Hey, so Bob just called me. He's on his way home. It's like 5:08 p.m. I'm putting dishes away. Look what else is in my kitchen. You know what that is? That's an old hair dryer. Yeah, our freezer's been giving us trouble, so my youngest son was defrosting the freezer a little bit last night. It keeps getting... what I think is going on is that the fan in there, I don't think it's turning off. I think the temperature thing isn't working right. Because it gets to the point where it starts freezing over, and then every time you open the fridge, you hear thunk, 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 thunk as the fan stops. So anyway, I was saying this episode that I like the most so far is this one. It's called something like New World or whatever. It's something like that. It's in season 2. And it's because Jeffrey Tambor, who plays Mara, the trans lady, she's like a retired professor. So when she was a professor at Berkeley, well, first of all, they go to sit down, and at this place they're going to meet with this woman that they think he thinks, oh, this woman will help out my daughter because she wants to work on her doctorate or master's degree or something. So he gets introduced to her, and it's this feminist poet, advocate, all that kind of thing, like in her 40s or 50s. And she says to Mara, oh, you don't remember me, do you? Apparently she had tried to get on something like an editorial board or something for years, and he was on the group of people that kept blocking them because they were women. And, he doesn't know what to say about that because now he wants to be a woman. I guess he wanted to be a woman the whole time, but this is the thing that bothers me usually, is that I think there's a lot of stuff, if you're not a woman, you don't understand, I'm not saying we have it hard or whatever. And I know guys have a hard problem, have problems with things too, but there's certain things that, at least at my age, we haven't been able to do because we weren't men, and now men want to be women, so it's kind of... I understand wanting to be... I try to be understanding about that. It's, like I said before, it's not my experience, and I try to be kind to people, but also there's a whole experience there about being a woman that a man hasn't been through, so... And not to feel sorry for ourselves or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't want to say anything the wrong way, you know, or be offensive. It's just that, like, I remember, my kids think it's weird that I bring this up. I was like a jock in school, you know. I played, well, I ran cross country, and I did field events, but I wanted to play football, and I wanted to play soccer, but we couldn't play football and soccer if we were female. We could play field hockey, which sucks if you ask me. I mean, I like street hockey. I played street hockey with my cousins, but field hockey, you're playing with something that the surface you can hit the ball with is like this big, you know? And you have to run in these tiny, weird-looking skirts. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. But at least, you know, when you're in track and you're in cross country, you mostly do the same events that the men do, you know. I don't think there was an event they had that we couldn't do. I threw shot put, not very well. I threw discus and I threw javelin. And I ran cross country. So, and occasionally they put me in for the relay. I'm not good at short distances. I was an endurance runner, so if you've done running, you know that there's a difference. The short distance runners are faster. The endurance runners can run for a very long time, but not as fast. So, I mean, I used to be you'd just wind me up and I'd run. As long as I didn't stop, I was fine. If I stopped, it was all over. But if I could just keep my feet going, I was fine. But, yeah. I don't know. It's like, I know that there are things I would have done differently if I had certain opportunities in my life, you know, as a woman, as a female, that I didn't have. So, sorry. Anyway, hopefully most of that stuff is gone for now. It's not completely gone, but, you know. It's an interesting show, though, except for that there's all this weird sex in it, and it's not, it's not the trans woman that's having the weird sex, it's her kids. Like, they're having sex, they're doing weird, I mean, maybe it's not weird, but why do we gotta see all of it? I don't think it furthers the narrative of the story that much, you know? Okay, show these two are together, or those two are together, and show a little bit, but do I have to see the whole thing? You know what I mean? Boy, I sound like an old lady. Maybe that's how they keep people interested. They're like, let's throw some sex in here. That'll keep, you know. I don't know what the target audience for the sex is, but whatever. So I'm going to finish loading the dishwasher, and, yeah. So if you've watched, Transparent, you know, what do you think of it? I think it's an interesting show, but I wouldn't think that so many siblings have such messed up lives together, you know? I mean, my sister and I, we've had times in our lives where different things were messed up, but not the whole thing, you know? Not the whole... I mean, I guess that's normal, but it seems like ridiculously abnormal in this family. They can't get any of their relationships right. But I do find the relationship between the siblings to be very interesting. You know how some of them keep secrets from others, or they're talking to this one a certain way, and one of my favorite scenes is the first episode when the dad calls them to the house and they come over for dinner and they all think he's going to say he has cancer. I shouldn't be laughing about this, but they're arguing about it at the table with him there, and he just yells, "Shut up about the effing cancer." It just seems like a family thing, you know? I mean, some families wouldn't say all that stuff, I guess. I'm going on and on. But I have to finish emptying the dishwasher. We might have Bobby and Dave over for dinner for spaghetti. So we'll see. Bob's going to make spaghetti and meat sauce. And I think Bobby's still avoiding meat. So I think Bob's going to make their meat sauce and a regular sauce. So we'll see. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.